is that so white? Dadgummit. There we go. That's better. I think it's my screen. Is that too white? Y'all let me know. On my end, it looks like there's too much light. What about y'all? Are we good on the camera, or is it too white? Yeah, I'm late because I was helping my wife clean. We had to get that done, and we have a lot of space we gotta clean. Alright, so let me get to... It's not what I want, but we'll get there. There we go. Let's see, which one would be the best? I do like the helmets, but that's kind of dumb. That'll work. There we go. I like that. Oh, your bunny is dying. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah. I'll be praying for him. Trust me, I got 2 cats, 2 guinea pigs, and a fish. So, yeah, I care about pets a lot. By the way, starting on Sundays, don't forget to check out my show that I'm doing with Hurricane T2Y. It'll be on his YouTube channel. He's a Miami Hurricanes fan, but he's really cool. Me and him are going to start doing weekly shows on Sunday. We were doing them a while back, but then the whole March Madness thing happened. So we're going to get that started back up. 4 o'clock on Sundays on Hurricane T2Y on YouTube. So if you haven't already, go over there and sub him. Even if you don't watch his videos, because maybe you're not a Miami Hurricane fan, just hit the subscribe button and show him support, and then stop by, and we're working on a 64 team football bracket, March Madness style. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. He tries to be, I've inspired him to have some original ideas, so I'm pretty happy about that. So, yeah, I had to do a April Fool's video earlier, and the thought crossed my mind of faking quitting, but I'm like, that's a little too obvious. So I tried to think of something that seemed believable, and I had to stay like low-key about it, like trying to convince you that the channel's not going away, but I'm just not doing videos every day. So I think it worked out pretty good. I think I got pretty much everybody, until people started leaving comments giving it away. Looking at you, Sea Dog, but that's all right. I had fun. And I had a few people say they were close to hitting the unsubscribe button because I wasn't going to start doing videos every day. So I'm glad that they watched the video all the way through. That would have been rough. Man, I don't know what's going on with the Super Chat Basketball Legend. Especially, it seems like it's working for everybody else. So I don't know. That's strange. Basketball Legend said I got him. Let me think. Right off the top of my head, I know I got Basketball Legend. I know I got Reese. I know I got Joey. I know I got Sea Dog. I got Jim. I got a lot of people on that, so that was pretty good. I think I got Wisconsin fan on the April Fool's video as well. So mission accomplished. I wasn't really trying to scare y'all. I was just having fun, and you know, in the end, you know that it's not true. So it's all in good fun. Man, I've been racking my brain, Basketball Legend, as to why Super Chat's not working for you. That's weird. I don't know. What's it saying? Like, whenever you try to Super Chat, what's it saying? What's going on, TD Kirkland? How you doing, man? Well, actually, somebody already super chat West Virginia in the first place the first time we voted, so I'm gonna honor that. We'll honor that and keep them in first. So all the super chats that happened before, we're gonna honor them. So that means West Virginia was super chatted in the first, and Texas was super chatted in the last. It says not available at the moment. I don't know. That's weird. Weird. So those two logos right there in the middle, off the board, not happening. Caleb is in the house, wondering when he's going to start his YouTube channel. I was trying to help him out on Pigskin Pete's show last night, which, by the way, quick update on my channel. I'm actually setting up a Discord, which means probably within the next week or so, I'll actually be able to do live call-in shows. So I'm pretty excited about that. Can't wait to get that set up and have you guys call in. That's going to be pretty sweet. Yeah, that was a April Fool's video. I had to do it. I mean, you only get one day a year where you can get away with that. And I tried to do it low-key, believable, and not totally devastating. Like, you know, if I would have said I was quitting, I don't know if y'all would have bit on that. That would have seemed too obvious. I wanted to act like it was a regular video and just kind of work my way into, you know, hey, not doing as many videos, and I'm joining this other, you know, I'm joining Uncle Lou, and I had to make it believable. And what y'all don't realize is I was actually trying to set this thing up since the Slob Olympics, make y'all think that I was kind of, you know, gravitating towards Lou, which Lou is a great channel, don't get me wrong, but his channel being so big made it believable that I would, you know, maybe consider doing something like that. So, yeah, I had to pull the trigger on that. So, alright. I hate that I waited so late, but I was helping my wife clean, and that was pretty important today, because it would have been probably another week before we would have had an actual day where we had that much time to get the house clean. It's a lot of, I mean, it's not a big house, but it's just a lot of open space, and it was a lot of sweeping. We had to get all the dirty clothes, all that stuff, make sure everything is nice and ready to go, especially for spring break. You don't want to be cleaning on spring break. You want to have fun. Reese says he was close to unsubbing after the video, but watched it to the end. Yeah, I think, who was it? Jim said the same thing. And there was a few others that said they were considering unsubscribing if I, you know, I mean, basically the channel would be down to, you know, one video a day. So I could see that. But thankfully y'all watched till, I didn't even think about that. Thankfully y'all watched till the end, and it worked out. I did not, honestly, I didn't think that through as far as, you know, what if y'all don't watch all the way to the end and I lose subscribers, which if I did, I would have probably, you know, let y'all know and get it out to you somehow, some way. Anyways, we're redoing the Big 12 vote for the logos. It looks like people are getting notified, so I'm happy about that. So West Virginia was super chatted in the first place. Texas was super chatted in the last place. So we will be voting to the 2 spot to the 9 spot. And just in case there's somebody in the chat that doesn't know how the voting works, we're voting on logos. Basically, you type in the team you think has the best logo in the chat. That stands for 1 vote. Or at any time, you can super chat a team into any spot and it will not be voted on and it will count. As long as you're not super chatting a team that's already been super chatted and you're not picking a spot that's already been filled by a super chat. So here we go. The best logo for second place between... I'll just go by the screen. That way it's easier to look at. We got Oklahoma State, Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa State, TCU, Kansas State, Baylor, and Texas Tech. So who is the best logo out of those? By the way, Joey says you're up and going, GBD. He actually created a website for Golden Blue Dude, so y'all go check that out. As soon as this show's over with, I'll be checking it out. I'm pretty excited about it. We're going to have links to Instagram, Twitter, just a bunch of stuff to help support and promote the channel. So that was his contribution to the show, and it's a big one. A big one. All right, so getting back to voting. Joey goes Kansas State. Reese goes Texas Tech. Both pretty good votes. So the teams left to vote for: Oklahoma State, Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa State, TCU, Kansas State, Baylor, and Texas Tech. Who has the best logo out of those 8 teams? You can either type in the chat, that counts as 1 vote, or you can super chat a team into any spot at any time, and it's a done deal. Can't be voted on. And then, of course, this is for seeding, because I'm creating brackets, and I will do videos on each region and then pump them out everywhere and have people vote. And eventually what we're going to do is we're going to have a logo that everybody's voted as the best logo in the nation. But you can't have a bracket without seedings. Basketball legend goes K-State. So right now Kansas State has a 2-1 lead over Texas Tech for second place. So that's 3. It looks like we have 6 in the chat, so that's 3 people that haven't voted. So get your vote in before I pencil in whoever wins this vote. Reese says, thanks, I'm going to check it out when it's done. Absolutely, everybody go check that out. It's going to be... I didn't know Joey was a tech guy and used to do stuff like that, so I think it's going to be a really, really, really good website. Scott goes Texas Tech, so we're tied at 2. Basketball Legend says, what happens when Super Chat goes in that? Goes in what? Kind of confused about that one. But right now, Kansas State has 2 votes. Texas Tech has 2 votes. Don't forget to hit that like button. That taps into the YouTube algorithm and gets the video suggested more, and that gets more people in here, and we get more votes. It's more exciting, and that's how you build the audience, that like button. People don't realize that. So we're still voting on second place for the best logo left out of Oklahoma State, Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa State, TCU, Kansas State, Baylor, and Texas Tech. All you got to do is type in your vote in the chat who you think has the best logo out of that. BVD is in the house, and he's got something to say. What does a vol have to do to get this ear to come to H is streams? You want me to host your streams? Dude, all you got to do is ask. I'm guessing that's what H means. Yeah. Dude, I have no problem doing that. That was awesome, by the way, meeting you at the Slob Olympics. And I think I'm having the same issue as other people, because I'm subbed to BVD and I have my notifications on, and I don't get notified for your videos either. My subscribers are having that same stinking issue, and YouTube is, quite frankly, pissing me off. And it seems like it's doing a little bit better, but I don't know. I don't know. To come to his streams. Oh, you're trying to come to my stream? Are you wanting to be on my stream? Kind of speaking in riddles, BBD. I'm trying to figure out your riddle here. Is he saying he wants to watch my streams? Is he saying he wants to be on my streams? Is he saying he wants to get me on his stream? Is he saying he wants me to give my channel to him? You know, I'm trying to figure it out. Joey says BVD had to sing to him after the West Virginia Tennessee game. I didn't know about that. That's actually pretty cool. So, alright guys, write this down. I'm actually going to remember this. BVD says, I stream every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. I'm literally writing this down, bud, because I didn't know that. So, we got Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that's actually a good time because my streams are usually later on. I've been doing 8:30s because of people's schedules, but usually I do my lives, you know, 10 o'clock, 10:30, something like that. So that actually works out pretty good. I will definitely be over there a lot. You might actually get sick of me, to be honest with you. I'm actually losing. You've made me lose track of my voting here. So, oh, by the way, if I didn't say it before, I'll say it now. Thank you for the super chat, BBD. I appreciate that. And I will definitely be checking your streams out. Wisconsin fans changing to Iowa State. He had Kansas State, so Kansas State actually loses a vote. And now we're at a three-way tie. So awesome. That's just awesome. That's all right. That's all right. Oh, by the way, BBD, I don't know if you saw earlier in the chat, but I'm actually going to be on Hurricane T2Y's YouTube channel on, well, every Sunday at 4. But this Sunday is going to be a good one because we're going to do a 64-team bracket football style. So that's going to be fun. BBD says Eastern Wisconsin. I don't even know if there's such a school as Eastern Wisconsin. Would they be in the what's it called? The maybe the Corn Belt, something like that? That sounds like a real conference, don't it? We got another vote for Kansas State. I like all three of these logos, so I think these are some pretty good votes, to be honest with you. BBD goes to Texas Tech. So we got 3 for Kansas State, 3 for Texas Tech, and 2 for Iowa State. This one is close, guys. And if y'all are new to the chat, real quick, so basically Texas is off the board because they were super chatted into last place. Personally, I think Texas has the best logo, but the rules are rules. And then West Virginia was super chatted in the first place. Not me. I didn't do it. But I do follow my own rules. So Texas was super chatted in the last. West Virginia was super chatted in the first. They're off the board. You can't vote on them. And you can't vote on first place and last place because that's a done deal. So you have Oklahoma State, Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa State, TCU, Kansas State, Baylor, and Texas Tech. Oh, he was answering Wisconsin fan. He was answering Wisconsin fan. I got it now. I got it. I understand. I got it. My bad. Let's see. Make sure I have all this correct. So we have 3 for Kansas State, 3 for Texas Tech, and 2 for Iowa State. So I might be flipping a coin here. So last chance, guys. Either you can flip a vote, super chat, or I'm gonna flip a coin. I know this is on like a 10-second delay, so after I say this sentence right here, I'm gonna count to 10, and whatever happens between now and then, that's what's gonna happen. So you can either flip your vote, super chat, or I'm gonna coin flip. Here we go. Alright, I am coin flipping, and this is going to be between, let's see, it's going to be between Kansas State and Texas Tech. Here we go. So Kansas State will be heads, and Texas Tech will be tails. Here comes the coin flip. It is heads. Kansas State wins the coin toss. Works for me. Kansas State taken off the board. Oh, BVD's already voting for Texas Tech for 3rd place. So, yeah, we're moving on to 3rd place. Kansas State taken off the board. Texas Tech already has one vote. So we got Oklahoma State, Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa State, TCU, Baylor, and Texas Tech. Those are the remaining logos. Who do you think has the best logo? Now is your chance to vote. BVD says, to be honest, out of all the logos on the screen, West Virginia's is the best. I mean, you know, as a West Virginia fan, I can't really disagree. But personally, I just think that Longhorn is just iconic. We have 3 for Texas Tech. Craig says, what's going on? Well, what's going on is I'm making a bracket for all 130 logos in FBS football. I'm going to make videos on those, and then I'm going to pump them out to Facebook, Twitter, wherever, and have people vote. And eventually, we'll have voted on best logo in the nation. But I can't have brackets without seeding. So that's where the live shows come in. So I'm having people vote on the best logos conference by conference. Right now we are in the Big 12, and we're voting on 3rd place. Teams left: Oklahoma State, Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa State, TCU, Baylor, and Texas Tech. So out of those 7 teams, who has the best logo? Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4... for Texas Tech. That's a pretty good bit right there. And yes, you type in the chat, and that counts as a vote. But of course, you can super chat a team into any spot at any time, and it does not get voted on. I try to put extra value on the super chat because I recognize that's you spending your hard-earned money to invest in the channel. So, if you do super chat, you can put a team anywhere. So we have 4 for Texas Tech. Let's see. Reese says, if you get to 5,000 subs in 2021, my dad will stop eating mailboxes. Well, that's probably not good for his health. So let's get to 5,000. How about that? Right now, Texas Tech has 4 votes. Does anybody else want to vote? Teams left: Oklahoma State, Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa State, TCU, Baylor, and Texas Tech. Those are the teams remaining. Joey says, I'm not 100% exactly sure what's going on here. we're voting to try to well, Joey, he can. It's not necessarily cussing. Cussing is actually okay as long as it don't go, crazy. What YouTube watches out for in live shows is like, racism, stuff like that. Like, just use discretion. For the most part, cussing is fine. I know we have kids watching, but in the description it does say not made for kids. So we can't get rid of every chat that cusses. So just use discretion. As long as it's not, as long as it won't get the stream taken down, we're good. Alright, let's see. Look at your last chat. Let's see. Basketball Legend says, in the bracket tournament, when you have all 130 teams and a super chat on a vote for the best team in the country. Well, I'm trying to figure out that one. Because it's going to go round by round, so I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that one out. I haven't thought that far ahead, but we'll figure it out. But anyways, any more votes, guys, for third place? Best logo: Oklahoma State, Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa State, TCU, Baylor, and Texas Tech. See, BVD, that's just the way he talks. He's not offensive. Wait, was that offensive by me saying that? Being politically correct is so confusing. You can't. Was that offensive or? I don't think it was. I don't know. Might have been. Yvette Stowers Foster is voting Kansas. A vote for Kansas. 2 votes for Kansas. My bad. Yes, Craig, I see your Kansas vote. Alright, so right now, here's the voting. Texas Tech has 4 votes, and Kansas has 2 votes, meaning 6 votes altogether, and we have 11 people in the chat. So, 5 of y'all have not voted. Maybe you don't know what the hell's going on here. Well, basically, we're voting on the best logos. I'm creating brackets, but you can't have brackets without seedings, so that's where the voting comes in. Right now, we're on 3rd place. Simple question. Who has the best logo between Oklahoma State, Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa State, TCU, Baylor, and Texas Tech? Who has the best logo out of those 7 teams? I think Basketball Legend has an idea. He says, "Hey, dude, I know something that you could do round by round. I'm listening." And BVD is backing me up. He said, in today's world, it's impossible to determine what's offensive, so I just carry on as usual and let the YouTube admins sort it out. That's why you have admins. There you go, BVD. Because you got to run your show the best you can, and then, whatever happens, happens. So, Basketball Legends' idea for the actual brackets. Vote equals 3 points each, and a super chat is 7 points. Even if I don't go by that exact formula, that's not a bad formula. Like a vote equals so many votes, so many points, and then super chat equals double that or whatever. That's a good idea. I will definitely consider that for sure. I like it. But for 3rd place, Texas Tech has 4 votes, and Kansas has 2 votes as the best logo remaining out of these 7 teams. Oklahoma State, Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa State, TCU, Baylor, Texas Tech. I'm about to pencil them in, so if you want to vote, now is the time. All you do is type it in the chat. that counts as a vote. Another way to vote is to hit the $sign in your chat as a super chat, and you can place a team in any spot at any time, and it cannot be voted on. It's a done deal. Basically, 2 ways to vote. One, you type it in the chat. That counts as 1 vote. And then the second vote, the most powerful vote, is the super chat, where you can put any team at any place, as long as it's not a team that's already been super chatted. That's why Texas and West Virginia is off the board. West Virginia was super chatted into first place, and Texas was super chatted into last place. Cosmic votes Oklahoma State. I actually like that logo. That's a good one too. So right now Texas Tech has 4 votes. Oklahoma State has 1 vote, and Kansas has 2 votes. Make that 5 votes for Texas Tech. Brent votes for Texas Tech. Alright, so I think I'm ready to count it. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 5. Texas Tech has 5. Oklahoma State has 1, and Kansas has 2. Alright, so Texas Tech into 3rd place. I'm about to call it out, guys. Going once, going twice, sold. Alright. By the way, this is actually a revote, because there for a while YouTube was not sending notifications. So now that notifications are back up and running, we decided to do a revote. Here's an interesting thing. The revote so far is going exactly the way it went the first time. Kansas State picked up 2nd place, and Texas Tech picked 3rd place. So I think that's pretty cool. So now we're on to 4th place. Who has the best look? Texas Tech is taken off the board. Who has the best logo between Oklahoma State, Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa State, TCU, and Baylor? So I guess I'll go ahead and count Masons for this one. So that's 1 for Oklahoma State, 2 for Oklahoma State. So right now, 2 for Oklahoma State. Joey goes Iowa State. That's not a bad logo. Reese goes Kansas. So right now, Iowa State has 1 vote, Oklahoma State has 2 votes, and Kansas has 1 vote. Man, what about today? What happened in college basketball? So Shaka Smart left Texas last week after another vote for Oklahoma State. Shaka Smart left Texas after they lost to Abilene Christian. They go to Marquette because of family atmosphere, and so then Texas steals Texas Tech's basketball coach, Chris Beard. So now Texas Tech is looking for a coach, and on top of that, North Carolina is now looking for a coach because Roy Williams retires. That's crazy. Let's see. Brent goes Kansas. And BVD goes Baylor. So Kansas has 2 votes. Oklahoma State has 3 votes. Iowa State has 1 vote. And Baylor has 1 vote. Y'all are all over the place right now. And I like it. That's the way it's supposed to be. Inconsistency. That's the way I am. I'm very inconsistent sometimes. If you haven't voted, go ahead and vote now. It's easy. Just type it in the chat. Who has the best logo? And the teams remaining are Oklahoma State, Kansas, Oklahoma, Iowa State, TCU, and Baylor. Basketball legend goes Oklahoma. So Iowa State has 1, Oklahoma State has 3, Baylor has 1, Kansas has 2, and Oklahoma has 1. Scott says, I just don't want to be too biased on the voting. You're allowed to be biased on the voting. That's fine. No worries. I mean, you still might get outvoted, but, you know, it is what it is. BVD says, wow, I got a feeling basketball is about to get shook the F up with the UNC job being open. Yeah, that's that's going to be a big one right there. You know what's funny, though? What if this happened? So, Texas steals Chris Beard from Texas Tech, and Roy Williams just retired from UNC. What if UNC now goes after Chris Beard, and for the second time in a week, Texas is looking for a head coach? Could happen. You never know. That would be crazy. Dang, Basketball Legend. It says it won't let me super chat, sub, or like. That makes no sense. After the live show, I'll make sure something isn't up. Maybe, I mean, I've already looked at it, but I'll make sure there's nothing on my end going on. But I think we're okay. So, but as it stands right now, Oklahoma State is going to grab that 4th spot. So if you haven't voted, go ahead and do it now. We're about to call it out. So 4th place, Oklahoma State, going once, going twice. Sold to Oklahoma State. Which that one actually is a little different. Not much, but a little. All right, now Oklahoma State's off the board. Now we're on to what? 5th place. So Scott's saying he has an outstanding vote for Baylor, meaning he's going to vote for Baylor until they're off the board. That's fine. I can do that. Teams that are left: Iowa State, Baylor, TCU, Kansas, and Oklahoma. Who has the best logo out of all those? Basketball Legend says April Fools except for the Super Chat. Yeah, the fact that you can't Super Chat made the rest believable. That was actually pretty good. Joey goes Iowa State. You know what? I need to scoot this over here because I keep leaning over the mic. That's stupid, Chris. Why are you doing that? Yvette Foster goes Kansas. So we have 2 votes for Iowa State, 1 for Baylor. And Reese says he has an outstanding vote for Kansas. All right, so that means Baylor and Kansas will have a vote no matter what until they are off the board. Right now, Iowa State, 2 votes. Baylor, 1 vote. Kansas, 2 votes. If you're not sure how to vote, all you do is type it in the chat, or you can super chat a team into the spot desired, and it cannot be voted on. And that counts all the way up until I pencil the last team in. So even the teams that are voted in now are not safe until I pencil that last team in. So there you go. Joey says, Yvette is my wife, GBD. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. She does have the last name Foster. Makes sense. Makes sense. So you got your wife on here voting with you. That is awesome. Basketball Legend says, YouTube sucks. Can't effing let Super Chat from me. I would have said the cuss word, but just in case YouTube is watching, I didn't want to say it. But I agree. It's crazy. Brent says, Kansas. Wow, Kansas got 3 votes. I missed something from BBD because he said tomorrow night. What did he say earlier? Oh, are you calling for a big shakeup tomorrow night? Huh. Alright, so getting back to business. 5th place, Iowa State has 2 votes, Baylor 1 vote, and Kansas 3 votes. If you haven't voted, now is the time. We don't want to drag this out too long. So, that would actually be a big change from the first time. So, I'm about to call it out, though. Kansas in the 5th place, going once, going twice. Rock, Chalk, Jayhawk in the 5th place. Kansas. You know, whenever I heard that chant for the first time, I didn't realize what chalk meant. Like, chalk means, you know, the highest seed, or a really good seed, and so, you know, whenever they're saying chalk, they were saying Kansas is good all the time, which they are. So, there you go. Joey Foster with the $2 super chat saying, "This is for Basketball Legend." All right, so, this is your freebie, Basketball Legend. Who do you want where? You can pick any spot between 2 and 9, and you can pick any team except for West Virginia and Texas. Joey just gave you a freebie super chat. Use it wisely. Since Gonzaga made it to the Final Four, I have Gonzaga. I mean, they have obliterated everybody. In fact, the last time I checked, what was that? Gonzaga's average margin of victory is something like 24 points. That's crazy. That's just crazy, guys. But honestly, it's basically the winner between Gonzaga and UCLA that I have. So I think that's why I have Gonzaga. Because I just don't see UCLA winning. Reese says, "Why I say Joey can't, Basketball Legend can't super chat." What? Didn't understand that one, bud. Might want to retype that. So we're still voting on 6th place, and only 2 votes for Iowa and 1 vote for Baylor. Y'all are not voting on this one, are you? I mean, that's fine. Iowa State would get it. Barely, but they would get it. 2-1. Does anybody else want to vote? We got 9 people in the chat. Only 3 votes. By the way, Basketball Legend, Joey, he super chatted for you, man. This is a freebie. You can pick any team not named Texas or West Virginia, and you can put them in any spot except for 1st place and last place. Mountaineer fan in the house. What's going on, bud? We're just voting on the best logos in the Big 12. I don't know if you're familiar with the rules. Basically, type in the team in there, or you can super chat anywhere at any time. So, there you go. Right now, we're on 6th place, and the logos remaining are Iowa State, Baylor, TCU, and Oklahoma. And we do have another vote for Baylor. So, Baylor has 2 votes, and Iowa State has 2 votes. Mountaineer fan says, "I like your ACC video." Yeah, that one actually did pretty good. People like controversial videos, so I might try to do at least 1 controversial video a week. Those are actually fun to do too, so we'll have fun with it. Basketball Legend, I was saying, Joey Foster, if you scroll up, he super chatted for you, since you can't super chat. So you have a freebie. You can put a team that's not named Texas and not named West Virginia in any spot except for 1st place and last place. Yes, Mountaineer fan. West Virginia was already voted. Well, West Virginia was super chatted into 1st place. The teams remaining for 6th place are Iowa State, Baylor, TCU, and Oklahoma. Yes, Basketball Legend, you can vote with that super chat. That's a freebie for you. Reese says Oklahoma. And Yvette says Iowa State. So right now, Iowa State has 3, Baylor has 2, and Oklahoma has 1. And I'm just waiting on Basketball Legend to use his freebie, courtesy of Joey Foster. He'll probably do something crazy, but that's fine. That's cool. No worries. Another vote for Baylor. What's left is Iowa State, Baylor, TCU, and Oklahoma. But here's the thing, basketball legend. And another one for Baylor. And another one for... actually, he's using his super chat to shake things up. So, he's saying Iowa State second. Alright, so here's what that does. Iowa State is now second via the super chat. Locked in, even though we've already voted on second place. So what that does is that knocks Kansas State down to third, which knocks Texas Tech down to fourth, which knocks Oklahoma State down to fifth, which knocks Kansas down to sixth. That was a great way to use the super chat. Awesome. That was a good one. Not going to even lie. So the standings now are West Virginia super chatted into first. Iowa State super chatted into second. And then we have Kansas State at third, Texas Tech at fourth, Oklahoma State at fifth, and Kansas at fifth. And don't forget, Texas was super chatted into last place. So going by the previous vote, taking away the Iowa State votes, we are going for 7th place. Baylor has 4 votes and Oklahoma has 1 vote. If you voted for Iowa State previously, you can re-vote because Iowa State was super chatted into 2nd place. Reese says, GBD, if you let me use my mom's credit card, I promise to donate at least $1,000 per video until it gets maxed. I'm glad you did that in the comment section because now I have proof to everybody that I'm telling Reese to not do that. Don't do that. You'll get in trouble and you'll get grounded until you die. Don't do it. Not worth it. I appreciate the overwhelming support from you. You're an awesome subscriber, but don't do that. Don't do that. Yvette changes over to Baylor. So Baylor has 5 votes. Basketball legend goes TCU. What the heck, man? TCU? For real? Anybody else want to vote? Baylor has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. TCU has 1. And Oklahoma has 1. About to call it out. And then we'll be down to our last 2. So, yeah, that does look a lot different now. Well, actually, since he super chatted that only flipped 2, 3, and 4. That's pretty cool. Basketball legend, can I tell a story? Of course you can tell a story. That's cool. Reese says, just need to find that dumb card. No, don't find the card. No, no, no. We're saying no. Don't do that. No. I have proof on video that I'm telling you not to do that. And if you do that, I will find a way to put that money back on her card. I will find a way to do that. Mountaineer fan says, not TCU. Is that your vote? Not TCU? Not TCU. So does that erase the TCU vote? I don't know. But I think we're about to call this. Baylor into 7th place, going once, going twice. Baylor it is into 7th place. Now we only have 2 teams fighting for 1 spot. And that would be TCU and Oklahoma. So the question is, who has the best logo between TCU and Oklahoma? That's it. Brent says, you think Coach Brown will pick up someone good, pick up some good CBs in the portal? The question is, will there be any good CBs in the portal? I know there's over 1,000. No, that's in basketball. Never mind. I'm sure if there are some good quarterbacks in the portal, he's going to give it a try. Joey goes Oklahoma. So, between Oklahoma and TCU, who has the best logo? Scott says Oklahoma as well, just because he hates TCU. Reese says Oklahoma. He's been voting. Yvette says Oklahoma. So that's 4 for Oklahoma for that last spot. They're trying to fight their way out of 9th place. And so far, so good. That's 5. Mountaineer fan goes Oklahoma. I guess BBD went bye-bye. I hope you have a good night, BBD. Brent goes Oklahoma. That's 6 for Oklahoma. By the way, who was it last night in the Big Ten? It was, I believe it was Maryland that tied the record with 11 votes. I think so. And right now, Oklahoma has 6. Basketball legends. So one day I was addicted to Fortnite. Yeah, I've known a lot of people that went through that. And there was the day, and my dad strangely connected his credit card to my Xbox. And I used $357 on V-Bucks, and I am very embarrassed now. Okay. That's, at least you have a story. I mean, it happens. Reese says he has 50 V-Bucks. So, he can buy some type of equipment on Fortnite if he chose. Scott says Texas Tech men's basketball player Marcus Santos Silva is in the transfer portal. I imagine a lot of Texas Tech players are going to be hitting the portal because Chris Beard is on to Texas. So, man, the Red Raiders are, man, that's got to really hurt if you're a Texas Tech fan. I mean, that's, nobody saw that coming because, okay, first off, Shaka Smart, I think had at least one more year on his contract, but he went up and left to Marquette. Or maybe his contract was up. But anyways, he went up and left. Red Raider fans were probably not thinking much about that. And then Texas comes and gets Chris Beard. That is crazy. Wow. All right, so it looks like Oklahoma will get 8th place, but I still got to call it out. Going once, I agree with that. The only reason they're not in dead last is because Texas Tech was super chatted into last place. All right, so let's do our comparison real quick, all right? From the first vote to the revote. Of course, West Virginia super chatted into first place, so they were locked in both votes. Same with Texas, super chatted into last place. Now, the interesting thing is, for second place, in the first vote, Kansas State was voted in. In this one, Kansas State was voted in, but then Iowa State was super chatted into second place. All right. Third place, the first time, was Texas Tech. On the revote, Kansas State. Fourth place, the first vote was Iowa State. In the revote, it was Texas Tech. For fifth place, in the original vote, it was Oklahoma State. In the revote, Oklahoma State. So that was the same. Sixth place, in the original vote, it was Baylor. In the revote, it was Kansas. For seventh place, in the original vote, it was TCU. In the revote, Baylor. That makes way more sense. I don't know how TCU got seventh in the first one. For eighth place, in the original vote, it was Kansas. In the revote, it was Oklahoma. And then in ninth place, the original vote was Oklahoma. In the revote, it was TCU. So I actually agree with the revote just a little bit more than the original vote. So I'm glad we did this. Other than the fact that I always have fun with you guys. So time to wrap this one up. I believe this was a successful live show. We had a lot of traffic in here. Let me see how many likes we got. 11 likes. Y'all don't forget to hit the like button on the way out before I wrap this up. So even though it's not live anymore, it'll still get recommended, and maybe people will pass the word on, and we'll have more people in the next live show. So Thank you, BVD. Thank you, Basketball Legend, Mountaineer Fan, Joey Foster, Basketball Legend, Scott Benkel, Reese Farrell, Joey Foster, maybe I already said. Luke's Production, I didn't see you in the chat, my bad. Brent Jones, Mountaineer Fan. Let's see. Brent Jones, if I haven't already said you. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Just making sure. I think I already said Yvette, but just in case. Yvette is Joey's wife, so they're doing the family thing. That's awesome. And let me double check. I think we're good. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Ray Finkel's house with a 1999 super chat. Thank you so much, man. That will definitely go into upgrading the facilities here at Golden Blue Dude. He says, "You're good people," and I'm gonna say that chat is for everybody. Everybody here is good people. I have a good time every time, and I haven't had any problems from you guys. And you are very active. Y'all hit that like and you vote. So yes, I very much appreciate that. And thank you very much, Ray Finkel's house, for that super chat. That's awesome. So I'm about to wrap this show up, but tomorrow evening we will continue these voting live shows. I'm gonna go for 9 o'clock tomorrow. Friday's a little bit later, so we'll be back here at 9 o'clock, and we'll do the revote for the Pac-12. If you're not familiar how this is done, just in case, basically I'm making brackets for all 130 teams, and then once those brackets are completed, I'm going to make videos round by round, and then just throw them everywhere, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, get votes, and eventually we're going to have the best logo in the nation voted. But you can't have brackets without seedings, and that's where these live shows come in. We're going conference by conference, voting who the best logos in each conference. And of course, there's two ways to vote. First, you type it in the chat. That's a regular vote. Then the second way to vote is super chat, and in a super chat, you can put any team anywhere. So make sure to not miss that. 9 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll be back. I'm very excited for the Pac-12. And then after that, we'll move on to Conference USA. So thank you, everybody, for stopping by. And yes, Joey Foster, our website is up. Check it out at goldandbluedude.com. That's where I'm going immediately after I shut down. So I'm excited to see how that website looks. So go check it out when we're done here. goldandbluedude.com. Let me get back to over here so I can exit this out. So we'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Reese says, I'm a super chat on Laserbeam stream. All right, bud. Well, y'all have a good evening, and I'll